everyone, welcome to part 2 of My Favorite Implement, in which some of my very favorite Spanko celebrities share their favorite implements. But before we jump into it, just a few things. First, I want to say that I've got a lot of messages about hands as implements, and I 1,000,000% agree with those comments. Sometimes there is nothing better than a good old-fashioned hand spanking.
I'm good with my hands.
And the reason I think hands haven't been super emphasized in the My Favorite Implements video is because I think when I reached out to some of my friends, I told them to pick out their favorite toy or something like that. I forget exactly what my phrasing was, but it's totally possible that I implied that I wanted an object rather than a handy implement like your hand.
I think I have just the recipe for you.
But the bottom line is, you hand spankers out there, don't feel invalidated. Sometimes there is nothing better than a good smack with a bare hand.
Oh my.
And before we jump into the video, I just wanted to announce some really exciting news. One of my very closest friends, Princess Kelly May, has launched Spanking University, a YouTube channel where you can learn all kinds of amazing, helpful, useful tips about how to spank, how to scold, and pretty much anything else to do with spanking and the Spanko community. Princess Kelly is one of the most educated and experienced people I know. She is definitely one of the best spankers I know, and I think you guys are going to love, love, love her videos. If you like this channel, you're gonna like hers too. So as soon as this video is over, report to Spanking University and do take notes because this information will be on the final exam. I will post a link to Kelly's channel in the description to this video. And last, I just wanted to say that those of you who are putting pro-child battery comments on my YouTube page, you're gonna get deleted. This is not a hospitable space for that kind of shiz. So leave your child abuse comments if you want to. I will delete them as soon as I see them. And if that makes me some kind of anti-free YouTube speech fascist, I have no regrets. Enjoy the video.
Hi, I'm Pandora Blake. I'm a spanking performer and producer and political activist. I'm on Patreon and I run dreamsofspanking.com. What's my favorite implement? You want me to pick one? This is really hard. I have picked one, but it's not always my favorite, and I have other favorites. I love sturdy leather straps that are really soft and well worn in and that you can really wallop me with without it creating much sting. It's just that deep thud that gets into my bones. I love it. I love the hand. I go through phases of being like super into the tawse or the hairbrush, which are ones I hate, but then also sometimes I love them because spanking is confusing. This is my favorite cane, and this is the one I want to tell you about today. I would hesitate to say that the cane is my favorite implement because you say that and people think all canes, and actually nuh-uh, not all canes are equal. Some canes I hate, and in particular really whippy, stingy canes I despise. They make me feel very unhappy and I can't take them very easily at all, and they don't make me feel relaxed or submissive. They make me feel really bad. So I mean, that could be hot, but no, mostly it's just no, don't love it. And I also find those ones really hard to use as well. I'm a switch, and I guess my favorite implement should be one that I like to give as well as receive. Very, very thin whippy canes are a lot harder to be accurate with. They often drift high and you end up hitting higher than you intended. And I like to be accurate. So this is my favorite one. 10 millimeters, 1 centimeter diameter, dragon cane by Correction Collection. And it's got a super nice padded purple handle. It is bendy, but it's heavy. And it has just an indefinable je ne sais quoi quality of loveliness. Cannot tell you exactly what it is, but I like it. It hurts. Don't get me wrong. This isn't one of those like, oh, you could spank me with this all day and I would just drift into the clouds of delight. No, it hurts, and I have to really be in the right headspace, and I have to really be with the right person. Some of my best ever spanking experiences have been with this cane. I've been given extremely severe cold canings at spanking parties by dear friends, which left me bleeding and welted and bruised, and I was in heaven. remember Zoe Montana gave me a caning with this once at the Boardwalk Badness weekend party, and I was bent over a chaise longue in the middle of the room, and everyone was sitting around the edges of the room watching, and I was digging the exhibitionism, but also kind of like in my own world. And I barely made a sound through, I think it was 24 extremely severe strokes. And Zoe and I got into this tantric vibe where we were just passing the kinetic energy back and forth between our bodies and breathing, and I was just eating the pain and flying so high. That was absolutely yummy. I love giving with this cane. I've also had some gorgeous experiences with my honey Felix with this cane, who I have taught to cane, and they have taken to it like a natural. Turns out being a martial art sword practitioner gives you a lot of transferable skills when it comes to aiming strokes precisely and giving graceful flicks and using your wrist and all those other things which are very important for caning. Who knew? Next time you want to date a newbie caner, pick a martial artist. They might already be good at it. But nonetheless, this cane has given me many happy memories. It's my favourite one to go hard with, because if someone wants a judicial experience, I really feel confident that I can give them that severity accurately with this cane. It doesn't slip in my hand, it's a good length, it whistles through the air so beautifully. Yeah, it's very, very satisfying to use. And when I receive it, if you use it lightly, it almost hurts more. And then there's a way of kind of doing the follow through where it bites in, and then the impact gets transferred from the implement into like my muscles. And it's just this deep, burning thud wraps itself around my bones. It's so erotic. I really like it. I haven't had a caning like that in a long time, but I'm very, very grateful to have so many happy memories. So there you go, my favourite implement. Thank you to Correction Collection for giving me the implement with which I had so much lovely times. And if you like the cane, then I hope I've inspired you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see my spanking films, including me getting beaten senseless with this very implement, you can check them out on dreamsofspanking.com.
So quite tough, I think, to choose a favourite implement, and to be honest, the first thought that came to my mind was my hand when thinking about this. But if I had to choose one implement, I think I'd have to go with my wooden spoon, which is made of olive wood. It's a really, really beautiful wood. It's quite soft to the touch, but it is still quite a dense wood, so it does pack quite a wallop. What I really enjoy about it is the domestic nature. It's quite an innocuous. You can have them lying around the house. It doesn't draw attention to itself. And let's be honest, we've all got a few spare in the kitchen drawer. It's one that you can pack away in an overnight bag, or you can have it in your backpack for easy access should you ever need it. What I like about it most of all, though, is its versatility. It's one of those ones where you can use it in quite a playful manner. You can use it as a warm-up with just a few light, easy snacks, but you can, with the snap of a wrist, it can be quite a tough implement to bear. Because of its size, as I'm sure everyone knows, it's quite a small surface space on the end here. That concentrates the sting and the burn, and because of its light weight, you can cover a really sort of broad area in a short amount of time. And also, because of its size and its shape, perfect for sit spots, which, as we all know, super important. All in all, a really good all-round piece. It's one of the first ones I bought. It's one of my most often used implements, believe it or not. This one was about £7 or £8, I think, from a local hardware store. Really enjoy it. Couldn't recommend it highly enough. And it's always the first to make an appearance out of my bag. So get yourself one.
Spoon!
Hi there, this is Miss Rachel.
And I'm Cassidy Lau.
And today we were going to talk about what our favorite implements are. Since I'm a top and I switch occasionally, my favorite implement on earth would have to be the cane. I love to have symmetrical lines when I cane people. I personally enjoy getting the cane as well. It's my favorite implement to receive. I love the sting of the cane. I love the swishing of the cane. I love everything about it.
You like cold canings too.
I prefer cold canings because that's when the lines show up the best. But I'll take it however I can get it. if somebody wants to be warmed up first, then that's not a problem. This particular cane came from Andy Morgan. He makes these, and I bought this at Crimson Moon from him. 28 inches is probably my favorite length of a cane. It's perfect for traveling because I can fit it in my large suitcase diagonally and it won't bend.
That's true.
So I always try to make it a point not to really get longer ones than that. I do have a dragon cane, which to me is just a little bit overboard. I prefer just this cane. I don't like the ones that have like the hook on the end. To me, that just doesn't do anything for me. I know some people like that because it looks like something that you get like a teacher educational type caning.
But it doesn't make good for like when you're holding it.
No, not for holding it.
And I like that.
Yeah, I like this has like a suede grip on it, and that's really why I like this one. I like the Caniac ones. I always get the Master's Choice there. This is more of like a specialty one because I got it from a friend, so it means a little bit more than just buying something from Caniac. But I like giving and receiving this, so this would be my favorite all-around implement. And
No surprise there.
when I don't have a cane handy, I'll use a switch, a branch, whatever I can get my hand on. I even have asp whoopers that I made from aspen wood. Those are a different feel than rattan, and I want to specify rattan as my favorite.
I'm pretty 50-50 switchy, so I had to choose two for this particular video.
She couldn't narrow it down.
I couldn't narrow it down. So as a top, I love my Canadian prison strap. This is made from Ouch UK, and I actually have two of these. Same length and everything. The only difference is in the handle. The other handle I have is all leather, but I prefer this one just because it's just a little more sturdy. I don't know. I just really like this one.
That's a nice one, and I just used that one on you today, in fact.
Yes.
I think it's conditioned pretty well, too, right?
It is, yes. Very well broken in. You can see how supple it is. When I'm swinging it, I brought many people to tears with this particular cane, with this particular strap. I love it. It's so sturdy. It's going to last me a long time, and I added this onto it so it can hang up. Yeah, it stings a lot, so for particularly stingy spankies, this is a very good one to go to. It felt very stingy on me, so it was alright.
As it should.
It was alright.
As it should.
As a bottom, I chose this strap. I don't know who made this actually. I bought it at, I think, Tasp or something. But it's any sort of strap doubled over, I really like. And I particularly like this one because it's folded over and it gives much more of a thuddy feel. I'm more of a thuddy spanky. It just, the extra weight to it, just kind of like a belt or it adds that extra weight. So I really like to feel this one and also give this one, but just for sensation wise, just because it's more thuddy, I prefer this one.
I'm with you. If I'm going to take a strap, I like it to be thuddy like this. This is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
This stung, but like it doesn't even like hurt all too much anymore. So yeah,
I like this one too.
I don't know who made it, honestly.
Too bad, because I'd like one.
Yeah, they're really nice. But thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys got some insight as to what our favorite implements are.